At 6:05 a.m. the city awakens.
It's 6:22 a.m. and the day is already in full swing. This international hub operates
8:03 a.m. The daily ritual begins, a symphony of steam and chatter, where brief connections are made amidst the morning rush. At 9:18 a.m., the university hums with activity. For many, this is where the future begins, a vibrant center of learning and community. At exactly 9:31 a.m., the brief window between classes turns this hallway into a river of humanity, shoulder to shoulder.
It's 12 o'clock, and the food court is the warmest place to be. A daily ritual for families and strangers alike, navigating the midday rush.
Every day at this hour, the rhythm is flawless. Flight 405.
As the winter sun begins to set, the faithful arrive in droves, transforming this parking lot into a city of anticipation.
Moments like these transcend the sport itself. Strangers united in a fleeting, perfect moment of celebration.
What an incredible play, folks. He takes it straight to the net. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We got this.
It's moments like these when the score doesn't just change the game, it changes the whole neighborhood.
It's 9:14 p.m. on a cold winter night, and the heart of the city pulses with life. A vibrant tapestry of cultures, sharing warmth and conversation. The clock nears 11, yet the grand station shows no sign of slowing down. A testament to the relentless movement of modern life.
It's 11:18 p.m. But for the thousands who work here, the day is just beginning. The system never sleeps.
It's 11:57 p.m. on a cold, clear winter night. The city hums along, oblivious.
The screens depicted a world on the brink, but inside, disconnected from the urgency, the search for the next upgrade continued.
At 1:44 p.m., the global system remains fully connected as thousands arrive and depart from around the world.
3:08 p.m. on a clear winter afternoon. Here at International Arrivals, the world keeps moving, endlessly connected.
Even as the screens flashed with warnings of a new international health story, the bustling February crowd seemed determined to ignore the looming threat.
The city office, 8:41 a.m., a hive of activity where the news cycle briefly interrupts the workflow, but the business of the day continues uninterrupted.
Despite the escalating situation outside, the quarterly review continued. If we look at the Q4 projections here, we're seeing a
At 5:11 p.m., the evening rush was in full swing. Most people were focused on dinner, oblivious to the news unfolding in aisle 5.
We are seeing a significant surge in confirmed cases across Europe. Officials are urging caution as the virus continues its rapid spread.
It was 8:14 on March 6th.
The city was waking up, fueled by caffeine and the latest headlines.
I still can't believe that story.
Right. So, are you ready for the meeting?
Managers. It was 5:22 p.m. The evening rush was well underway, yet amidst the abundance, the first gaps appeared.
At 6:08 p.m. on this early spring evening, the crowd is diverse and the carts are full. But down aisle 3, the first signs of scarcity are appearing. While the health aisle showed the first signs of scarcity, for most, the routine of the evening shop continued undisturbed.
This new data suggests the situation is far more severe than previously thought, urging the public to take unprecedented precautions.
Good evening. We interrupt this broadcast with urgent news. At 9:02 p.m., we can now confirm that the situation is far more serious than initially reported.
8:11 a.m. A spring morning where the only movement in the Grand Plaza came from the wind and a few solitary...
At 9:24 a.m., the silence felt unnatural. Only days earlier, this area was full of movement. The hallway stretches out, silent. It is 9:31 a.m. on a clear spring morning.
It's 5:58 p.m. on a clear March evening. The last chairs are lifted onto the tables. And
at exactly 8 minutes past 10, the stadium stands as a monument to silence. The roar of the crowd replaced by the wind.
Building. 8:22 a.m., late March. The departure terminal stands nearly dead. A handful of travelers.
At 9:17 a.m. on this clear spring morning, a machine built around movement has paused. Dozens of aircraft sit motionless beneath the sky.
The scale of the slowdown is becoming visible. For the first time in generations, one of America's busiest systems feels still. It was 8:11 a.m., the height of the morning commute, yet the city stood eerily still. The clock reads 10:26 a.m. A cool spring breeze moves through the empty streets. At 1:18 p.m. on a mild spring afternoon, this central business district stands eerily quiet.
At 4:12 p.m., this suburban stretch was unusually quiet. A stillness had fallen, yet behind these walls, life continued. The way we connect has changed, but the connection continues. Now, kitchens and spare bedrooms serve as our meeting space.
Miss Davis, I have a question about the final project deadline.
The deadline remains April 25th, but let's review the requirements now. It's 8:21 p.m. The glow of screens has replaced the warmth of gathering spaces. We are together, yet It was 9:06 a.m. on a warm, clear summer morning in 2020. The neighborhood business district should...
Summer 2020. The neighborhood spot was alive once more, though the quiet spaces hinted at the recent past. It was a new kind of normal.
It was the summer of 2020. The rhythm hadn't quite returned, but the world was starting to move again, albeit cautiously.
The summer of 2020 saw the terminals stir back to life, but the familiar chaos of the old rhythm was noticeably absent.
It was 9:17 a.m., late summer 2020. After months of silence, the park was slowly...
The park is alive again. But even on this bright summer morning in 2020, the memory of those empty months seems to linger. By the late summer of 2020, the city was slowly beginning to breathe again. The midday crowds weren't what they used to be, but life was returning to the streets. The lights were back. The movement was back. But as the traffic flowed through the illuminated highways, the feeling was undeniably different. The extraordinary story has become part of ordinary life.
After the stillness of spring, these streets hummed again, a reminder of the resilience woven into daily life. The afternoon sun shone brightly on the newly reawakened square. Though masks obscured their smiles, the
camera continues rising. The systems that once stopped have restarted. The country is moving again, but not as the same country that entered 2020. It was 6:11 p.m. on a cool autumn evening. A sequence of ordinary American places. The locations, the sounds fade into the distance as America moves forward. But the year it stood still will remain part of its memory forever.